Hi, 8th graders. It's Miss Dodd. Today we are going to be starting something pretty exciting. It's our first research task of the year. And for a research task, you're going to read 3 articles and then analyze them and answer a prompt. We're going to be doing drafting today and tomorrow. And then on Friday, you will be writing your conclusion, jumping onto your Google Drive, and typing up the entire thing. So by the end of this week, you will have your first social studies research task done. So with that, let's get started. Open up your packet. This week, you will be reading 3 articles discussing push and pull factors of migration in New Orleans. First, you will read an article about the Irish. Then you will read an article about the diaspora, or the spreading out of people after Katrina. Finally, you will read an article about white flight. As you review these sources, gather information about the purpose of migration across cultural groups and the various push and pull factors presented. Be prepared to write an analytical essay. Okay, so this is our prompt. We know we're going to be looking at 3 documents, and they're all about the push and pull factors in migration. The first document is the Irish, the second document is the Katrina diaspora, and the third document is white flight and desegregation. So here's our prompt. Write an essay analyzing each cultural group's purpose for migration, and be sure to include both the push and the pull factors in their movements. At the end of the essay, we will compare and contrast the factors in each group's migration, and then use evidence, of course, from all 3 articles. So go ahead and write your name at the bottom here. You're going to be using this packet today, tomorrow, and Friday for half of social studies. So there's a couple things we need to look for when we're reading these articles. First is that we need to know what each group's purpose for migration is. And we also need to be able to tease out the push and pull factors in their movements. So why were they moving from the place that they moved from? That's the push factor. And what were the pull factors of where they wanted to go? All right. So let's start with the introduction. Flip over to the part of your packet where it says introduction and choose one of these sentence starters. Migration happens when there are many reasons why people move to another place, such as many groups have settled in New Orleans because. Go ahead and fill out one of these sentences as a starter for your introduction. Of course, if you want to do your own first sentence for your introduction, that's fine. All right. Then you are going to say, in this essay, I will discuss, add in here, in this essay, the push and pull factors in the 3 articles. And then list the articles. The Irish, Katrina diaspora, and white flight and desegregation. Make sure you define what a push factor is and what a pull factor is. If you need help with this, go ahead and look at the video from yesterday where we defined those 2 things. Or you can look in your vocabulary from this week from Social Studies Hallmark. Finally, we are at your thesis. In this essay, I will analyze the purpose of migration for each group by identifying the push and pull factors that affected each group's movement. So why did they move and where did they go? All right, take a few more minutes to really fill out the rest of that introduction and make your introduction solid so that it's ready to go on Friday.